So what do you do with all of that beef fat that you trim off your brisket and other cuts before you're gonna either smoke them or cook them different ways? You save it and you make tallow, but not just any kind of tallow. Today we're gonna make smoked tallow in the Ninja Woodfire outdoor grill. So what I have here is 1 pound, 12 ounces of beef fat that was trimmed off of a brisket and possibly some other cuts of meat, as long as they're beef. Must be beef if you're gonna make tallow. So what I usually do is just collect the scraps, collect the fat, keep them in a freezer bag, a Ziploc freezer bag. And then when I have enough, which would be anywhere from 1 to 2 pounds, I put them in a vacuum sealed bag, and then I store them in the refrigerator until I'm ready to make the tallow. And today is the day that we're gonna make the smoked tallow. Now, if you didn't wanna smoke the tallow, you can certainly render out the fat and make regular tallow. But let me just tell you, smoked tallow is amazing, and it's super easy to do on the Ninja Woodfire. To set up the Woodfire, you're gonna first pick your pellets. For this, I'm using oak pellets, and I'll talk about that a little bit more later in the video of why I chose that flavor of pellets. So fill the hopper box with the pellets, then turn your Ninja Woodfire on. You're gonna set the temperature for 250 degrees and set the time for about 4 hours and 15 minutes and hit start. The ignition process will take somewhere between 5 and 8 minutes, and then you want to let that smoke burn off for about 15 minutes before we put our beef fat on. So while the smoker is doing its thing, let's get the beef fat out of the bag and on to a rack with a pan underneath. This is extremely important. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna lay out the beef fat on top, and then it's going to drip down. The only thing that's gonna drip down is the fat itself. So you wanna keep your pieces of beef fat big enough that they don't slip through the holes here. So we're just gonna render out this fat, it's gonna drip down, and then in the bottom, we'll collect all of the tallow. So what I have is 1 pound, 12 ounces of beef fat, and it is thawed now. You wanna make sure you take it out of the freezer a day or two before you're gonna smoke it and let it thaw in the refrigerator. And then we will just put it on the rack. And you can use any kind of setup, okay? Anything will work. Even if you wanted to, if you didn't have a rack, you could put layers of aluminum foil and poke holes in it. It would take a little bit longer for the tallow to drip down, but it will still work. So you can get real creative. So don't go out and buy anything special. Just look around your house, whatever kind of container that can sustain 250 degrees, which is many of them, that fits on the grill, and then just any kind of rack or anything that will allow the fat to sit on top, and then as it liquefies, drip down, okay? And don't worry if there's some meat. That is not gonna make any difference. That will just cook up, right? I don't season the beef fat, and I would not recommend seasoning it because you don't know if you're always going to want salt, pepper, or a barbecue kind of flavor in your tallow. So just leave it plain. All right, now the one thing you want to make sure of is that you don't go over the edge of your pan. So I'm just going to move these over a little bit. It doesn't matter that it's not in a single layer. That's going to be perfectly fine. All right, that looks good. Now, by now, the smoker should have completely gone through the ignition process. We're probably in the burn off process. So let's go out and take a peek. It's been just about 30 minutes into the smoking time, and now is a good time to check on your pellets to see how they're burning. You want to try to keep your pellets refilled while they are still actively smoking and burning. Don't let them go all the way down to burnout before you refill, or you're going to run into the issues of having to hit the ignite button again, which causes that white heavy smoke that we don't want in the tallow. So I go out about 30 minutes into the smoke time, check the hopper box. If it has burned down at least 25%, I just top off the pellets. And that way they will ignite based on the burning pellets already and no need to hit the ignition switch. Usually during smoking, I do not suggest that you open the lid at all to check on the food. However, with this tallow, because we had so much of it on the rack, I do want to open it up and just make sure that all of it is still in place over the drip pan that we have there so that we're not losing our tallow that's going to go back behind the grill into that drip pan. You want to keep the smoke going the entire time that you're smoking the beef fat so that you get the most smoked flavor in your tallow. So you want to check on your pellets about every 30 minutes and top them off when they reach between 50% and 25% left in the hopper, and make sure that they are glowing red and still burning so you don't have to hit that ignition button. After about 90 minutes of total smoking time, you can start to check to see if it has rendered completely. The easiest way to do that is to press down with a flat spatula and see if you can express any more of the fat out of the beef fat. If you cannot, that means that everything has been rendered out and you are done smoking your tallow. Once your tallow is finished smoking, you're going to remove it from the smoker and then bring it inside so that we can process it. And here we go. We have perfectly smoked beef fat that is actually delicious. Okay, don't eat the whole tray though, but it is really good. And then underneath is our tallow. So I'm gonna set that to the side. You will notice that there is gonna be some of the crumbs have fallen down. So you wanna have a strainer and some sort of a bowl. It doesn't have to be a measuring bowl or anything like that. What I'm gonna do though is weigh it. So I'm gonna move this over, and I've let it cool down a little bit so I can actually touch the pan. But I'm gonna weigh it because we started out with 1 pound 12 ounces of the beef fat, and I wanna see how much tallow do we get from that. So I'm gonna put my scale up here. I'm gonna hit the tare so it totally zeroes it out, and then we're gonna strain the tallow. Now, it's important for storage reasons that you do strain it, okay? If you're gonna use it all right away, it's not that big of a deal, but you don't want these pieces of beef fat in your tallow. It will make it go rancid pretty quickly. The pure tallow, which looks like this when it's all done, is fine to store at room temperature, okay? And it lasts for months. You can also store it in the freezer or in the refrigerator. We have 12.2 ounces of tallow. So there you go. So that would weigh about a pound over there. And now we've got the other 12 ounces here. And I'm going to pour it into a jar and then let it solidify. If you think you didn't get everything out of it, you can also run it through a coffee filter or even a paper towel over top of whatever storage container you're going to use. Sometimes I do that just to catch any little pieces that might have gotten through my strainer. Okay, so I'm all done straining, and you can see there's definitely some particles there. So it is worth doing that second strain so that you have pure tallow here. Then you can put your lid on and just let it sit at room temperature. And after it solidifies, this is what it looks like. It's just about the color of peanut butter. Sometimes it's darker, sometimes it's a little lighter. It just depends on how much smoke was absorbed, how long you smoked it, and what pellets you use sometimes affects the color too, I've noticed. Now, speaking of pellets, why do I use oak? I don't use oak for a whole lot of things, so it might seem kind of weird because I love apple wood pellets, cherry wood pellets, all those fruit pellets. But I found with the tallow that the oak gave the simplest smoke flavor without imparting other types of flavors that could throw off your dish that you're cooking, that you're using the tallow to cook with, right? So you may not want to sear your steaks in applewood smoked tallow. It might throw off the flavors. So I just use oak and it works great. If you want a really heavy smoke, use mesquite, but I find oak goes with everything. Now, what do you use the tallow for? Anything you're gonna fry up. You can fry potatoes, sear steaks, you can put it in to make scrambled eggs. Anytime that you're gonna use butter or oil, you can substitute for tallow. Now, I wouldn't necessarily use it if you're gonna fry bananas for Bananas Foster. Although I don't know, because that smoked flavor in Bananas Foster might be delicious. But usually I stick with tallow for savory things, and then I'll stick with more neutral oils and butter for those sweet things. But it is easy to make. We now have almost a pint, 12 ounces of tallow that is not cheap to buy. And I almost guarantee you would have thrown away that beef fat. So now put it to use.